I
It's
am.
raining here in California. It's like we can't stop it raining 40 days and 40 nights.
Well, what's been going on? I've been hearing about like the weather over there been kind of crazy. So what's the deal?
Well, is it really crazy or is it just global warming?
That too.
Yeah.
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 No, that period.
Yeah.
We did it though. Humans did it. Actually, white folks did it.
You want something? Wow. I ain't put that in the history.
I know it's pre-recorded,
Nah,
but
you good.
white folks is in charge. They've been in charge. They like to run everything and they like to own everything. So when global warming gets to messing up everything, they can blame themselves because they're in control.
Do that. I'm about to add that in so well. I'm about to. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Well, I love your headpiece and everything. You just all ready for this. I love it.
Thank you, baby.
I love it. So pretty much, this is Women's Empowerment Month. So who else better than you? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely talk about different subjects. Health and fitness. The state of Black women today versus when you came up. You know what I'm saying? The difference and everything, and how can we be better as a culture, as a people? You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you decided to talk about women. I think it's a really good topic. We all got mamas.
Yeah.
If we hear, we all had mamas.
Yeah.
And I do remember back, I was born in 1950. And the consciousness of sisters back then were quite a bit different. We were really spiritually led, or I should say, most of us were Christians. Most of us, the most important thing on Sundays to do was to go to church. Somehow you got to get church in, then maybe you can go to the movies or do anything else you want to do, but you got to get that church in.
Right.
Another thing that was huge back in the day when I was coming up was respect. You always respected your elders, period. And it seems to me like a lot of that nowadays is lost with the younger generation. They don't really respect, they don't respect themselves. They ain't respecting grandma. They don't really, that respect thing, miss me with that. But back in the day, all of those things were, those were massive lessons that everybody had to get. It's a certain way you spoke to your elders, and you handle things differently. My mother, I shared this on the Richer Old podcast. My mother came from North Carolina, third grade education. She had to start work for white folks, for some white woman at age 7. Standing up in chairs cooking for her at age 7
years old,
and making sure she's enough company for her kids. This same woman wanted to take my mother to France, Paris, France, and her mama said, "Oh, I don't think so," because she knew she'd never see her child again. But back then, at age 7, not being able to read or write, my mother came to California on a train, lost all her money and all of her belongings. I think she had $75 cash to her name. Third grade education, can't hardly read or write. But she came out here, got a room at the YMCA, and she was bound and determined that when she had her baby, she was never going to be on welfare. So this woman went and got herself, worked 2 to 3 jobs working for white folks so that she could earn enough money to not have to ask the system for a dime. I suffered consequently because of that state of mind she had. If I can't afford you, I don't need to have you. So I'm not getting ready to get on welfare. No, I'm taking care of my own child. Nowadays, sisters get pregnant just to get on welfare. And I'm not saying that to be cruel, but I do know too many of us that do. Right. I know too many youngsters out here that don't really get it. They when you talk about staying in your now, yeah, they stay in their now, all right. But they're not understanding how in-depth life can be when you don't have knowledge, how in-depth and how horrible, I should say, life can be when you lack knowledge. Because you running around here worrying about your eyelashes and worrying about how much makeup you put on and trying to get to Mexico from Texas to get your booty fixed, and then have to worry about some Mexican cartels ready to kill your ass up because all you concerned about is how you looking. And that just wasn't the issue back in the day. It wasn't just about how we look. It wasn't all about that. It was about how we're going to survive. How am I going to send these kids to school? I can't read or write, but I got to send them to school because they got to do better than I did. That was what my mother, that was on her mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get, yeah, you were 10,000% on it. So let me ask you this. Do you think because of social media and because of what's going on around social media is the reason why there's such a drop off in respect and power for our women? Because like you said,
I'm glad that you brought up social media. Social media can be an up and it can also be a massive downer. It's just whatever you want to put out, social media's got the open arm, just put it out, just say whatever you want to say.
Right.
And we're superficial as heck and on the planet, but especially in the United States of America. Superficiality just is crazy. That's all we think about is how we look. And it's massively annoying because we're lacking knowledge. We don't know how to eat. We don't know how to feed our babies. We don't know how to take care of ourselves. We know nothing else but how to put on eyelashes that look like bushes and booties that look like they belong to a horse. We don't need all that. And you can build your own butt. You ain't got to go to Mexico and get shot up to have somebody squirt something in your booty. I'm just saying, social media has just brought it all forward. And now we feel like we can just jump on wherever we feel like we want to jump on, So yeah, social media has been a big downer. It's been cool, but it's also been really, really bad, baby.
I truly believe that that women was the strongest backbone that America ever had.
Yes.
And that a man ever had. We all know how she was created and everything from Adam's rib and all like that and good stuff, but she was definitely the biggest backbone that we ever had. Do you think the back has been broken of the African queen? I mean, because it's so many failed relationships. It's so many, like, I heard a lot of people tell me last week and this week, I have no more fight in me. And it's like the situations that they're telling me about, they're like, girl, you can't work that out. But you'll stay on the job where they just straight up disrespecting you. You'll stay there for a check, but you'll rather have multiple guys in relationships and just leave when the slightest bit of trouble. It's like that backbone is not there no more, man. It's like, it's different. Yep.
I'm on my fourth marriage. And a lot of the reason that I am on my fourth marriage is because I didn't know any better as I was coming up. I realize now at age 72, I didn't know Jack Boo Boo at age 20. I ain't know nothing, boo. I swear to God, I didn't. At age 20, I can remember looking in a magazine with a girl at work. I worked for Pacific Mutual Life. I probably made $300 a month.
Wow.
And I know $300 a month.
But you made it work, though. I bet you that.
But she had this magazine, and it was what are the people that design homes and stuff? What do you call them? They Architect magazine. They had this beautiful home they were illustrating, and I looked at that picture and I thought, I'll never be able to have a house like that. And she was a sister. She looked at me. She goes, "You really think that?" I was like, working at Pacific Mutual Life, I felt stuck. I'm only right out of high school. I didn't go to college. Working on a job like this, I'll never be able to own a home like that. And she just kind of shook her head, because for her, it sounded like I had no dream of anything other than where I was. I'm just stuck. This is where I'm going to be. That's it. Right. I had no, and I had, and that's unfortunate, because when we're stuck in those communities, and especially I can talk about Black folks. I was raised in a Black neighborhood on the east side of LA. So when you're stuck in those communities, you don't really see yourself outside of that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so then all we do is hang there. So whatever is going on in the community, we all up on that.
Right.
But outside of there, we don't even see ourselves in a world outside of that. We feel like this is where I am, this is where I'm gonna be, this is where they accept me, I'm stuck. Well, then after I became an adult and started moving around, there's more than just the state of California. There's Colorado, there's New York, there's Ohio. Oh, guess what? I get to go to Japan. I work for the airlines now. I'm going to Thailand. Wow. Oh, I'm going to South Korea. I mean, and start traveling. I've been to Kenya. I've been to Europe. I've been to Italy. And so now I understand that it is a giant planet out there with humans that bleed and breathe and fart and shit just like me. I'm no different from anybody else. That's when I began to truly understand the oneness in this universe, that intelligence that created you. You worship him every Sunday. I know you do. I know how hard you believe in it. But that intelligence that created all of this, how do we break it up? Why are we not one with it? I'm nothing more than an expression of that which created me.
Right.
I cannot separate myself from God. I just cannot. I can't do it. So I understand the oneness. Therefore, I understand loving. And that is what I think we miss too much of today, embracing that which we were created in and of, which is love. And so at now, I can get over it quicker. No matter what you do to me or what you said to me, I understand who and what I am. And I understand that this too shall pass very quickly. Right. I'm a grown-up now, but I'm 72, boo.
She attributes this to being a vegan. Now that I have your undivided attention, come on over here. Today, you're gonna make your #1 seller and one of my favorites, Lord have mercy, enchilada pie.
It really is like a huge seller at Stuff I Eat, and it's incredibly easy to make. So basically, we're gonna start with some tomato paste. We got water right here. You need some agave nectar, and we're gonna put a little Mexican seasoning in here. Next, we're gonna move right over to the blender, and we're gonna make what we call our SIE sauce, Stuff I Eat sauce. Got some silken tofu in here. We're gonna pour a little nutritional yeast. This stuff is really good for you. We're gonna blend it up. All right, so we got our SIE sauce ready to go. This is how we're gonna be.
You just keep talking. They're gonna go on the website and get the recipe.
Okay, but anyway, we're gonna just add the enchilada sauce to our corn chips and polenta. So once we have this all mashed in place, this is how simple this recipe is. I'm just so excited to show y'all this. We're just gonna dump all this. So we're gonna dip our corn tortillas, and you want them to overlap. All right, so what we're gonna do is put a little bit more of this red sauce on top of here. Now we're putting our cheese on here, and then we're gonna pop this in the oven. And after we're all done, this is what we got. So I'm gonna serve Steve a slice of this. Let's put some guac on there. These show us some little spoons. And then some salsa. And then I want you to bite and tell me what you think.
Well, how
I could tell, huh? I'm sorry, boo. Trying to cool it, get the air in your mouth to cool it off. All right, so anyway, Steve got the enchilada pie. What'd y'all think? Simple, quick, big seller, trust. We got some cake.
You look, let's just stop it right there. 72. Listen, you're world renowned. You're world known, nation known as the woman that don't look her age. When we first met, I was very shocked and stagnant that she's 70. She's 70. And let me address something before we go deeper down in that, because in the last video that we did, it was a few people that was in the comments that were being very rude that thought that, oh, I was being disrespectful to you, and they don't understand our relationship. We was having fun.
We're friends. Come on now.
Man, forget y'all. We were having fun. This is like, she is like here.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
forget
Ain't
y'all.
nobody got to worry about me and you.
He could have uplifted. I'm like, first of all, this is a 9-minute clip. The full interview is on the other side. If you just go down there and scroll and see the full interview, you dummy. You know what I'm saying? You just mad because she look better than you. You don't want.
Oh, stop. You so bad.
Make me
No,
sick.
baby, ain't nobody got to be uptight about you and I. You have always been like number one. You always respect me. You always show your love to me.
All the time.
We laugh and giggle and make jokes, but we good with it. So ain't nobody got to worry about me in this one. That's for sure.
Man, they only want to start some drama on social media, but you see me up close to see what happens. Cool. You know what I mean?
You're so silly.
But you're so well known. You've been on Steve Harvey Show, Mario Lopez, multiple podcasts, other TV shows, cooking and showing your restaurant the Stuff I Eat. You're so well known and everything like that, but yet not one time have I ever seen you fall off. How do you keep your health and beauty on top? Just like you are now, you're so beautiful. Look at you. You're just wonderful. 72 years old, and you don't look nothing like it.
You're so sweet. You always have been. But let me just say that the one thing that I have learned to do, and ladies and gents too, practice self-love and self-care. If you don't do nothing else, listen, ain't nobody gonna get up and go to the gym for me in the morning. And no, there ain't not one. I don't care how much my daughter loved me. There ain't one person on this planet that can stand in for my workout. That's all on me. And as I am often referred to as an inspiration,
yes,
I inspire.
Yes.
All of them sisters that I inspire me. So we're just inspiring each other. Because every time you tell me, wow, sister, you just inspired me, it inspires me to keep going, working harder and harder. To now that I'm learning what the human body will give me if I love it. Like I'm getting ready to blow my YouTube page up. I have a YouTube page that's been very, very quiet. No, I'm really getting ready to blow it up because what I'm about to do is I'm about to get, I'm gonna have 3 trainers. I'm gonna have Oh My God Strength, who is all about core and strength. Core, core, core. That boy is crazy. If you don't know OMG Strength, check him out. Yes. Also, Body by Venus. Venus is booty, booty, booty. Now, I don't want no booty looking like a horse. I don't need that kind of booty. But what I'm trying to do is my lower body, my legs, because of a couple of injuries, they're not looking like I want them to look. Right. So I'm getting ready to have her tone me up. I asked them yesterday, do I need 6 or 8 months? They said 6 if you go hard. I'm going hard and I'm showing every bit body from where I start. But the bottom line is I gotta take care of me. And everybody will flock to that YouTube page to see what these people are getting ready to put me through. But just looking at me go through it ain't enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. You got to go through it yourself.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, before my sickness that I had, I'm completely healed, thank God. My workouts was very intense. And I used to have guys that was in a gym that would say, why are you standing here 2 hours? You don't take all that. Just that. No, I'm like, hey, listen, whatever you're doing for your body, that's on you. Whatever I'm doing for mine, it's on me.
I love it.
Did military workouts. I pushed my body to the limit. I overtrained. And my favorite guy to watch was C.T. Fletcher. Still is C.T. Fletcher. You know C.T. Fletcher is, big guy.
I don't.
C.T. Fletcher, check him out. He cussed all the time. He's loud. He was a champion, weightlifting champion, clean. Everybody thought he was on drugs or steroids. He was 100% clean. Yeah, so many obstacles. He had heart failure. Had but he got a heart transplant and all that good jazz he's doing. He was so weak at one point he couldn't even do a push-up.
Wow.
Couldn't even do a push-up, but he's back.
But got it all back.
Got it all back.
12 years ago, I had open heart surgery. I actually flatlined 3 times. Death, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I fought tooth and nail to regain my position in the world of strength. Man, you to grow. You must grow. I'm the boss, motherfucker. I tell you what to do, you don't tell me. I told your ass to grow. Grow! So here I am, the Superman from comics. I'm doing my thing, I'm traveling the world. Hell yeah. Out of nowhere, tragedy strikes. I'm sitting in my living room. My son Samson's sitting right next to me. My chest collapses. I'm gasping for air. My essence is leaving my body. And watching my youngest son, Samson, sit there right next to me. He looked me in the eyeballs and he told me, Daddy, you're not gonna die. With tears rolling down my face. I looked back at him and I said, I'm sorry to disappoint you, son. I felt it. I was a dead man. I was rushed to the emergency room. I had a pacemaker, defibrillator installed. My doctors came in, told me the only thing we can do now is a transplant. My heart is functioning at about 20 to 25% from a child up for as long as I can remember. Strength, strength, strength was everything to me. And to have it taken just like that, frailty, weakness, everything that you fought against so hard your entire life now is your life.
Good afternoon. Are you ready to start your health check? Are you more short of breath today than usual? That's good.
He's a motivator, inspirational speaker, and all like that. So I definitely watch him, and I watch him all the time when I train. So with that being said, watching you train definitely make a lot of men intimidated because you out there. They do. They be like, man, she. No, bro, she's 72 years old. You don't understand.
And
most
I'm just
72-year-old
consistent.
women. Yeah, you're
I'm just consistent.
I mean, very consistent. You don't see too many 72-year-old women doing what you do.
Yeah, but we need to. And that's why I'm doing it. Right. That's why you got them sisters, the older sisters that you see on the internet. That's why they're showing what they're doing is to motivate us. 70 is not, well, I mean, people would say 70 is old because we always feel like by the time we're 100, we'll probably be out of here.
Right.
And if that's true, then I only have 28 years left, and that ain't no time at all. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But what's more important to me than longevity is quality. I don't have to be here till I'm 100, but while I'm here, I can't even imagine my 22-year-old granddaughter taking care of me. I can't even imagine that.
Right.
Oh, no.
I get it.
I don't want to be in that kind of shape where I got to depend on somebody like her. I wouldn't have to eat.
Hey, man, I can see it now, man. They keep trying to feed you beef and hamburgers and stuff like that. You push
and she would. She'd be bringing all kind of stuff in here and be like, lady, eat it or not. No,
because we all know how you are with the beef and all the meat and stuff. We understand that.
I got to be able to take care of me for the next 28, boo. I can't depend on nobody.
I feel you.
So quality is everything.
Quality is everything. You stated something earlier that been on my mind, and it's somewhat to a point where certain things you can't say as a woman or a man because of the backlash. But I have seen more BBLs than I've ever seen in my life. I've seen more surgeries of women that will be in the gym and you'll think, oh man, yo, she's been working hard, man. I remember, but come to find out she had a surgery done.
Wow.
And you stated something about the horse butt. Now, I want to ask you this, and I want to be careful the way that I ask it because I don't want to come off disrespectful, but
right.
When you see these women getting these type of surgeries, do you believe that in their mind is making them sexualized more than looking healthy? Because when the attention that they're receiving on social media is more about sex and not saying, oh, you look healthy. Oh, girl, you this, that, and other. Because I'm like, we loved you with thickness. You know, I mean, you could have got
right
it with that. You didn't have to go get cut up and this, that, and other, put that piece of skin over there.
Right.
That over there. So what do you think about that?
You know what, sweetheart, I can address that because when I was working for Southwest Airlines, I was in my 50s. Yeah, I was in my 50s, I think. Anyway, I can remember going to an appointment with a girlfriend who needed she was doing liposuction or either doing something with her stomach, and she was getting boobs. And while I was sitting there in the meeting with her, the doctor's talking to her. I said, well, maybe I'll get me some.
Right.
I went ahead and got breast implants. I didn't need them. I was a runner. I was a sprinter. So I had a very small chest, which would have just served me just fine as I became older. Now I'm gonna tell you exactly, it was from the thought to do it was from nowhere. I was sitting there, if I could come up with the money, I could get it done and I'd have bigger boobs. But what about this? Have you ever seen an episode of Walking Dead?
Yes.
Okay. We do not know where our planet is headed right now. We don't really know. But can you imagine everybody with the fake boobs and the fake booties and all that, and some stuff like Walking Dead go down, and ain't no more doctors, ain't no more nothing, ain't no more booty doctors, ain't no more titty doctors.
Oh my God.
Look, they say you're supposed to change these out every 10 years. So the planet done changed now. All them doctors is gone. What you gonna do with that fake booty? What you gonna do with them fake titties?
Right.
When ain't nobody else around now, and you got all of this man-made crap in your system. I would give these back anytime. It was a lesson. It was a life lesson, but I did not need this.
Right.
My girlfriend, Venus Moore, who I'm going to be working out with, she built her booty. She happened to realize this is a way for me to make money. I can show sisters how to do this without putting a knife on them.
Right.
I'm down with that.
Right.
But going to pay somebody to give you all of that, don't do it. And I'm sorry, doctors can get mad at me. Don't do it. Don't do it because it's superficial and you don't need to do it. You don't have to do it. Embrace you. Embrace what you got. Build on what you got. If you ain't got little boobs, if you ain't got big boobs, there's a reason you didn't have big boobs. I was a runner.
Right.
I was a sprinter. What did I need with big flopping titties for? I didn't need that.
Right.
And the universe didn't give it to me. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, I just kind of like to. I like to keep it simple. Just roll with it simple. I'm not getting ready to do no whole bunch. If I can't put a little concealer on my face and put me some eyebrow lashes on, and I can't buy all them lashes. I don't even know how to put them on myself. Because when they get to looking like bushes, it's just odd looking to me.
Right.
I don't even know why you need them many eyelashes. I just don't know. Anyway, maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. But yeah, baby, that's all the fakeness.
Good. Because I mean, like I said, the type of attention that it brings is like, dude, we ain't looking to marry like that. It's looking like you ready to smash because it's a fantasy. It's almost like Fantasy Island in our brains. You know, you seem, you used to watch, certain of us used to watch, what I'm saying, porn and all like that. You see what they got going on there. And now that seems like that's what they're going for. And the attention is coming with it. It's like, hey, look, man, you can't get mad at somebody saying, oh my God, I want to do this, because how you presenting yourself on social media. Soon as you get it done, bathing suit on, the extreme tightest of the tights you can put on. And the pictures that you're taking now is turned to the side, bent, curved. Otherwise, back in the day, hey, this was the pose that all the women did back in the day. They wasn't showing
That's
off.
it. Back in the day, it was okay.
So now that I got my butt done, I want you to see this.
Now
it's like I want you to see
show
it.
my booty.
Right, you show my booty and all like that. So it's kind of like you said earlier, the respect for yourself is at all time low due to social media. I mean, it's just like it's there because before.
But Scott, can you just imagine? I used to think about this. Me at 72 years old, we're at a function. Let's say we're at a church function. And I just happen to have on one of my fitted dresses. And I get up to walk across the room to get me some more punch.
Yeah.
And I got that booty. I'm 72. What everybody gonna do when I get up to walk across the room with that booty?
Every eye is gonna follow you to your juice. Back to your daggone seat, honey. Yes, they will. Hey, I called that stuff out before because man, look.
Thank you. And I never wanted that kind of attention. That's way, way too much for me. No, thank
Right.
you. So anyway.
Yeah,
But
so
you're
I'm just
right
saying, like,
about
if you're
social media.
naturally curvy, okay, God made you that.
Yes, yes.
I can't beat you across the head because we had a lot of church rules and stuff like that. Like, listen, homegirl can put on a moo-moo, but if she's curvy, it's gonna show. I can't
Right.
do that now. If you got a lustful spirit that anything that walk past and you see that you can't control yourself, don't put it on her because she might not even be thinking about that. That's on you.
Exactly. It's
Control
on
yourself.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, be respectful about what you wear. I get that and all like that, and I totally agree with that. Now, if you gotta jump in the tight of thing, you gotta twist and turn and tight and pull up, and you know what you're doing. But other than that, it's like, man, come on, man. Like, let's be adults and let's have mature minds here. You know what I'm saying? We know we tell the difference between real and the fake and what you're trying to do, what you're trying to do. I mean, come on, man. Because I mean, hey, it look good. So you're gonna get your clicks, you're gonna get your likes and your comments because it can't like do look good. But where your mind at when you're doing it, man? And
There you go.
sexualize, you say healthy, change the way you eat, work out, and there's ways to build muscle, build yourself
There
up.
you go. There you can do it yourself.
Right.
You can do it yourself. Another thing I think that sisters need to be careful with, the whole aging process. We all age differently, but knowledge to me is more important than anything. And I don't look like Scott. I don't look like I looked when I was 60. I see the process,
Right.
but I take care of myself. So it's not, sometimes I say my aging is not rapid fire.
Mm.
But at the same time, I'm okay with the lines when I laugh now. I have them. I mean, that means that I've been laughing a lot during this human journey, and it's okay. I can't get beat up by the way that I will eventually look as I get older and older.
Right.
I don't choose to have anybody Botox me up. I just can't do it. I see some people with the lips, they look like they got bees on their mouth. It's like,
Yeah.
man cannot do what the intelligence did for us. Man cannot do it. It just can't do it. It's always going to be weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to roll with the aging process and embrace every second of it. Embrace my different face. I don't look like I looked when I was 20. You know what I mean, baby? I don't
I
look
know
like
exactly
I
what
did.
you mean. Listen.
You know what? When I was 60, it's just, but can I embrace and be grateful?
You definitely can.
But
And
still
you
being
should.
on the journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll be 40 next year. Be 40 next year. And
Wow.
I'm excited about that.
You excited?
Oh man, 40.
Well, you still look like you 20, boo. Sorry.
Thank you, appreciate it. But I look at pictures from from high school in my 20s and to now, like, yeah, you do change. You do see the aging process and you do feel it. I can't even lie about that. You do feel whether you work out or not, you do feel some type of change in energy
It's
and all
different.
that. But it's
Yeah.
different ways to keep your energy up.
Exactly.
And one way, like you taught me and told me to do, is to change the way you eat. Now, granted, I still eat my meat.
It ain't your meat though, boo. So we ain't gonna talk about that because I don't like for folks to say my meat. It is not your meat. It is a diet that we basically we learn to eat to survive, but it's also something we don't have to do. I went to the Natural Food Expo this past weekend.
Really?
Baby, they got so many products out there. Now you don't know if you eating meat, cheese, you don't know what you eat now.
Yeah.
But the reason that we have to make the changes that we make, and you know what, Scott, it really is probably too late for this planet. I think global warming has gotten its stronghold, and because of our choices on this planet, it's probably not very little we're going to be able to do about global warming, but we don't need to kill to nourish. Death begets death, life begets life. So just keep that in your mind. There are so many products out here now, baby, that you know, and if you ain't raising your meat, you don't know what they doing to your meat. You don't know how they killing them chickens and soaking them in shit water and plucking the feathers out and then pumping them up with dyes and water to make you think you got a big juicy piece of chicken. You got a big nasty chemical filled pussy piece of chicken. And the way that they treat all these animals, and then you turn around and you take that, you ingest that energy, you ingest that with your heart. It ain't gonna pan out. It ain't gonna pan out because that's not who you are.
Yeah, the way that I mean, you see it all the
They're
time.
not caring for these animals properly.
Right, those big old like chicken. I'm like, man, that chicken wasn't that big unless he was living.
No, baby, never.
Yeah, no.
So that's what you got to think about. You're not on the farm raising that animal yourself. You're not doing that. You're waiting for somebody else to bring it to you, to raise it and bring it to you. And guess what? Some of them somebody else's are the biggest liars that ever pooped between two shoes. They lie and all they want is money. That's it. They don't care about your life. They don't care about the life of the planet. Deforestation is killing the planet. We ain't got to talk about the gas in the cars or the cow poop. We ain't got to talk about that. We can just talk about how they cutting down the forest. You need the trees to breathe.
Dude, yo, they've been doing that a lot in my forest that I used to live in. Matter of fact, I got to take my daughter back over there. Matter of fact, last year, 2021, right? I'm going down this certain road, going a different way, and I saw nothing but dead deers on the side of the road.
No way. No way.
And I noticed they start cutting, they're like getting ready to extend the road at that time. And I'm like, no, I promise you to God, so many deers, and it just happened to be around Christmas time, right?
No.
Not only that, as I was going to one of my friends' houses, you saw packs of deers in people's yards. Like 3 was over here, 2 was down there, and they said you can't touch them, you can't do anything with them to get them out your yard. And they sitting there like, honest God, if you would have thought that God himself would have planned them to be in your yard while the Christmas lights are on and these are real deers, that's exactly what you would have thought. I'm
that's
like,
what
that would have looked like. And I'm like,
wow.
This is crazy. But, you know, I just came back from Alabama and had a comedy show up there, a fashion show up there. And as we were coming back, you see them on the side of the road. It's like, hey, they out here. Now, they left they forest alone over there, but they still stand on the side of the road like, hey, look, bro, I don't know if I'm going to jump out in front of you, so you need to slow down.
Slow down. Oh, my gosh.
But you're right, man. That taking away the forest and doing certain things, man, the wildlife and the animals and all like that, they're not in their natural habitat. So
I mean, humans and we don't start specifying complexions of humans, but humans that are in power that can do all this to all of us, not even just some of the species. You own this company, you own that company, you got to say so for this. Like I confronted Howard Schultz. He's the dude that does what's that coffee place? Starbucks, right. Now Howard Schultz will give away cream that comes from cow pus, from dairy.
Right.
But he gonna make me pay for artificial milk. If I need something, I can't do dairy. I can't do cow's milk. So maybe he got some almond milk up in there, and I need some almond milk in my tea. He gonna make me pay for it. But he gonna put that cow pus creamer out, and you could take as much as you want. You could actually fill up an extra container if you want to. He gonna give you that.
Right.
But he gonna make me pay for. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that brings me to my next point with that. Why is eating healthy and eating right much more expensive than going to get a cheeseburger down the road and a 4 for 4 for Wendy's with my kids love? A 4 for 4, you get whatever you want, change it up, switch it up, 4 for 4. But if I want to eat this certain meat to retain a life of health and wealth, it's costly.
Yeah, baby. Because they really don't need you to be healthy and wealthy. The pharmaceutical companies pretty much run our medicine. That's who is in control of medicine. I heard somebody say the other day, probably was Joe Biden. He gets heartburn. Well, probably if Joe Biden would combine his food properly, he would never feel acid reflux or heartburn. I used to have it all the time. I read the book Fit for Life, which teaches you how to combine your food properly and you don't wind up with heartburn. So I don't know how he can govern me properly and sign deals to give this person that much money and that much money and that much money over here. But you got to go get you some medicine for your heartburn, because you don't realize that you are causing your own heartburn. But the answer is always medication. But along with medication is side effects. And one side effect, even with the Aleve I take when I feel like I need to take an Aleve, is a liver toxic. Everything you take that's a medication is going to tox your liver. So, yeah, you take pharmaceuticals running everything. They don't need you to do nothing right. They don't need you to do nothing right. They need us to die in our 60s and 70s to make room for all these other whack nuts that ain't paying attention to nothing.
Yeah.
They don't know. When I was in my 20s, I didn't know nothing about voting. I can remember being a teenager and looking at what was going on in Selma, Alabama and all that stuff and thinking, that's them down there. That ain't me. That's them. I'm black as everybody marching.
Right.
But because I'm in LA and it ain't affecting me, that's like that. That's them. No, it's all of us.
All of us. It's all of us. I found my civil rights awakening in 2019. And I was always for our people, but I got more involved because I found out where I come from in my lineage. And Booker T. Washington is my great uncle.
No way.
Had no idea.
What?
And when I looked at his picture and I looked at my father's picture that he took, I said, my God.
Wow.
Never, they look so much alike. And I had no idea. And they were like, and I didn't even know I was Bahamian either. I had no idea. Idea. Yeah, I found out a lot of stuff, man. Like, Scott, you didn't know? I said, y'all never told me this. My auntie and everything. I said, I knew my father, kind of sound different when he preached and when he talked, but like I never would have thought that, but it was true.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And then Booker T. Washington. So I was at his house and, did a tour at his house in Alabama. We went down to Tuskegee, Alabama, went to the college and toured the college and learned so much. And it just woke up something in me because my cousin is involved with the SCL Foundation and, Amelia Ayrton. Yeah, she was, the mother of the civil rights movement down and all like that. And they got connected with all these people. And I got a chance to touch these people and learn from them as well with the SCL Foundation. And I'm like, this is who I am. So I got involved immediately. 2020 came, the George Floyd situation, got out on the street, protesting, peacefully.
Good for you.
Going, trying to empowering our people to vote, did a voters rally and all like that, just going because I'm like, okay, it's all in the Bible as well. You used to hear, church and politics don't mix. That's a lie because they did it in the Bible. It's not only my job to tell you about Jesus Christ and what it can do for you and how to get saved. It's also my job to tell you, hey, look, empower yourself as Black people, empower yourself as Americans, empower yourself as people as well, and go out there and vote because your voice as a Christian matters.
The voting that's the one thing you said that is massively important, man. Right now, you better wake up, take them eyelashes off, and go vote. Serious.
Go vote. Yeah.
I mean, if you are of age to be able to vote, you need to go vote. And that's the one thing that the older women back in the days when I was coming up, we knew we had to vote. When we became of age, we had to vote. That's the one thing. My mother had a third grade education, but she didn't know nothing else. She understood, I have an opportunity to speak now, I'm going to speak.
Yeah. So shout out to Daryl Rock and the Frasers there, which they have Dr.
Good for you.
Papa Fraser just recently passed last year. And he went out peacefully, you know what I'm saying? But he was so instrumental in my growth in that and just
that's so good.
It adopted my daughter, put her in the newspaper in Alabama and all, but just shout out to them because they actually helped raise
that's
me up.
Excellent.
And now, hey, look, man, I'm gone.
Yes.
I'm gone. So with being
how old is your daughter?
My daughter's 15.
Wow.
My youngest daughter's 15 and my oldest is 20. She just turned 20 and she's a manager at racetrack. She's in college. She's doing so well, man. I'm so proud of her, man. She don't know.
You look 20. It's
She was
stupid.
like-
How can you have a daughter that's 20?
Yeah, my baby
Oh
20 years
my
old. My oldest
God.
is 20, my other is 15. You know what I'm saying? So I
That's
love them.
incredible,
I
Scott.
love them dearly, man. No, that's to have them around to see me at my best is when I'm always with my daughters. You know what I'm saying? They're grown now. And I kind of had to back off. I'm like, okay, you're grown. I can't expect you to be around all the time. And you got a job now. You got this. Now I'll be like,
Right.
oh my God, you gotta. Okay, they don't want to be around daddy. No, man, they gotta grow up, Scott. Let them grow up, man. And it's tough because I remember the little toes when they came out. I remember all that. And it's like, man,
Aw.
you know, I put up a post yesterday on TikTok. I was like, do black men take care of their kids? Yes, they do. It's more. I'm like, dude, we've been taught that and stuck with that they don't. I'm like, we see it, but it's more brothers taking care of the kids than it's not. Like, so
That's a good.
put that out there.
I
I'm like,
love that though.
yeah.
I love that. That's beauty.
Love
When
it.
we finally understand the importance of that man being in our, especially sisters,
Right.
Yeah.
So how do we bring back family? How do we bring back the positive wife? How do we bring back the positive backbone? And I know the man got to do his job, but I see so much negativity about marriage, about relationships, about I'm a boss B and I'm a this type of B, and this nigga gotta respect this B. And I'm like, baby, you gotta stop calling yourself a B first. Stop calling yourself a B. I know a Cardi B and all the other ones out there rapping and calling themselves a B and all like that. But I'm like, listen, if we couldn't get away with that back in the day, a rapper couldn't get away with it. A dude that's at the grocery store at the laundromat call you a B, in the hood call you a B, you ready to scrap and fight. Now you're calling yourself that. It's like, what happened?
Yeah, a lot of things. I don't know, boo. I don't know. That's really that's pretty wild what you're saying there, right there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the baddest B and this, that, and B. I'm like, you're not a B,
know
you're a
my
woman. You're a
problem.
beautiful black woman. You're not a B.
I know my problem was I always moved too quickly. I didn't really know me very good. And also prior to hooking up with somebody, you got to make sure that the person that you're longing for loves themselves.
Right.
And that you love yourself, because it's challenging to go outside of you and truthfully love someone and you don't even love you. That's very. Also, I think we're better off when we almost marry ourselves. We're too quick at it. We jump on it too fast. Or either we just have sex and sex becomes the love. Sex is not love. Sex is sex.
Right.
Period. We don't have enough patience for certain people in our lives. Everybody can't be your friend, Scott. Everybody can't be your buddy. Everybody ain't gonna be the person you want to hang with. Sometimes Charlie just get on your nerves. Sometimes Charlie just really just work your nerves. Dude, I'll catch you later. Bye. And it's the same way Helen is gonna be. You hook up with the wrong Helen, and she's gonna be on your nerves, or you're gonna be on her nerves. So taking our time, self-love, self-care, self-knowledge, and finding somebody that man, you see them up here and you watch them daily growing and blossoming and loving all and understanding the oneness in the universe. They gotta be sort of like you, Scott. And if they ain't, you need to calm down and back up. Stop trying to move too quick. Don't just think your whole life is gonna be in the bed, because it ain't.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes she ain't gonna make a dime for 4 months, and it's gonna all be on you. Mm-hmm. Or sometimes he ain't gonna make a dime for a year, and it's gonna all be on you.
You stepping on something right now because, like I said, we deal with a lot of social media. I want a man that make this much and this, that, and the other, and all. I need, because they looking at how what the rappers are doing. They're looking at what the guys that just all of a sudden gain wealth or whatever like that, and they got it kind of fast. They looking for a dude like this. Like, dude, don't y'all understand that that's like 1 out of every 4,000 men is like that? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to have a brother that make 60,000 a year. He's a good man, but you won't want that. A brother make 80,000 a year. he's a good man, but you don't want that. You want the glamour, and I want to travel all the time, and I want to like, dude, hey, maybe we can travel every now and then, but man, can't we stay home and just love on each other? Yeah.
Oh, you see, but see, baby, the people that want to do that other stuff all the time, they got to hook up with the people that want to do that.
Yeah.
Don't move too fast. Don't think just because she kissed good, she's somebody you need to be with from now on.
Right.
Because it ain't. This number 4. I said, this is number 4.
You got a 4 for 4 going on.
4.
Got a 4 for 4.
Well, I guess, you know.
Well, the last thing I wanted to ask you, for sure, the status is like, there's a certain status that people want to portray on social media, and it's not really that status outside of social media, because it's like, I got this over here going on, I post where I'm at, and this, that, and other, but I'm really struggling to pay bills. I'm struggling to do other things that, like, health-wise. I can't even pay my doctor's note. I'm always sick. But when I post up on social media, when I get a chance to go outside of the country, go somewhere, just like, where do we need to be as a people to get back to what power really is for us?
In terms of, that's really something good to talk about, Scott, because our race in particular, we experience lack through a lifetime, most of us. We leave nothing for our offspring. We never learned how to accumulate any wealth, and we have no wealth to leave. I see way too many times people standing out in the street trying to do a car wash to get enough money to bury Medea. That's what we do. We don't know, there's no generational wealth. We don't even know how to get it or accumulate it, or it's just not there, baby. It's just not there. And it starts right now. You gotta learn with just something that's simple. Like my mother always had insurance, but it was always life. It was that insurance that's gonna pay for the burial. Right. Even if you don't can't you just give me some term insurance so I can pay for the casket and stuff. That was where the mindset was. Who's gonna take care of me after I die? Now it may be a couple of $1,000s left to spend for food at the repast, but trust, nigga, I ain't leaving you no house. I got a whole bunch of bills. I ain't leaving you no bank account. We just barely getting me in the ground. And that's pretty much right what it is today. I don't have an answer for you on that. I really do not. I wish I did, but I'm struggling with it in my own family, my own household. I am 72 years old. I have a restaurant. I am, after COVID, I am the cook. I go in there every day we open, and I have to make enough food that we can earn a certain amount of money every single day that we
I am Chef Babette Davis, and I am one of the owners of the beautiful vegan restaurant here in downtown Inglewood called Stuff I Eat. I've been here for just about 7.5 years. We have been the only vegan restaurant in this area for a long time. It's impacted the community in that they realize I don't have to eat meat at every meal. Most of our customers are not vegan, but you eat the food and it just totally reminds you of where you came from. And leaving precious animals alone. Live and let live is my motto. The burger's really popular. We sell soul food, enchilada pie, burritos, and the Kilimanjaro. Just the stuff we like to eat. I am 65 years old, and let me tell you, not to say that I'm looking all great, but I look pretty damn good. And I know it's the lifestyle. I know that. When you can come here and you trust that what we're giving you, what we're serving you, is what we say we're serving you, we're making some changes, some good changes. I'm happy about what we're doing. I
him.
I suffer with carpal tunnel syndrome on this right hand. I've already had carpal tunnel surgery, trigger thumb surgery, carpal tunnel surgery, trigger thumb surgery, trigger finger surgery, and the carpal tunnel is back in this hand. It's because of planning or the lack thereof. I wasn't thinking about a COVID. I had my employees in line, everything was going good, and then COVID come. I ain't never thought about what I was gonna do in case something like that happened.
None of us were. We didn't have a plan.
But that's my point, baby. You youngsters now, it's time for a plan. Stop playing. Stop buying $200 and $300 pair of tennis shoes, or spending $300 or $400 to go to a concert while you all groupied up. I'm gonna spend $300 or $400 on some concert tickets.
You're talking about Beyonce concert?
Whichever one there is, I'm just saying. I'm saying for us to get better as we go forward.
Yeah, we got to make some changes.
We got to make some changes.
But what about those that say that, hey, I can afford it. I work hard, so I should play hard.
They can say whatever they want to say, but that doesn't mean that the masses get it. And you're going to have those one or two people that work hard, play hard, whatever. I remember when the drug dealers was some of the richest people in the neighborhood back in the day when I was smoking crack cocaine. Them brothers was rich.
Oh, yeah, they were. I look at documentaries all the time. Yes, they were.
They had a whole bunch of money. Guess where they at now? Because the game done changed.
Big time.
They finally out of jail.
Yeah.
They finally done got out of prison, but they gave all that money to attorneys. And they gave all that money that they had. They ain't got no more.
And they old, they doing documentaries about what they used to have and how it was back in the 70s and 60s. Yeah.
I know.
I watch them all the
So
time.
it looks like I'm only 10% battery left.
Well, that's fine, because I mean, hey, what else need to be said? I mean, hey, look, I didn't even do a proper intro. Everybody know this is the wonderful chef Babette, because you definitely backed by popular demand, because they wanted to see you again. I said, yeah, well, I'm gonna get her. And I did. When I get on here, y'all better not be disrespecting them comments, because I'm coming at you. Because I ain't holding back my tongue.
I love Scotty. That's my baby right there. So thank you, boo. This has been fun. You got to have me back.
Of course. Let's do it once a month.
All right. Let's do it once a month, depending on what's going on.
Yeah, depending on what's going on. Because I got a lot of shows lined up. Got to get them out the way. So that's just how it is right now. Life was good. Life was wonderful.
And I was gonna come to Florida to hang with you, but you got a weird governor down there, the little Ron DeSanctimonious, as Donald Trump would say.
Yeah, DeSantis is crazy.
Want your daughter to learn about who she is. He don't want
Right.
folks to know. What's wrong with him?
I don't know. Because I think like this. I just started at Kathleen High School. I started at Kathleen High School about a month and a half ago. And during Black History Month, I asked some of the kids that was in class, I said, hey, well, what do you know about this person? You know about that person? And they was like, oh, no, I don't. I said, well, why? I'm not interested. How come? Because it's so boring. I don't care about none of that stuff. I say, oh my God, you don't want to know about who you are, where you come from, what you got going on, where you're going, where you're headed.
Isn't that sad?
Sacrifice that those people made for you. Oh my God.
Baby, whatever we don't learn, we will repeat.
Right.
And do you not want us to know about it because you plan on doing it again?
And they are doing it again.
I know.
They are doing it again.
If we let them, it's never gonna be like it was.
There's a
It's
new type
never
of
gonna
lynch.
be like it was, huh?
There's a new type of lynch. And the name is Karen. I can say what I want to say, and they're gonna believe what I say. You're gonna lose your job and your wealthyhood and your family and everything.
Yeah, Karen is a cold-blooded piece of work. Karen is cold-blooded. Karen is.
Yeah.
Scott, you a Black man. You be careful of Karen. Even if she spell it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This your boy Sim7, man. Thank you for watching this interview. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting on this channel. I I really appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click that button right down there. Don't wait till your homeboy blow up, you wait. Go ahead and participate and become part of the Unmuted family. We greatly appreciate it. We work very hard to bring you good content and stories that you probably never heard of before, and a little something to make you think about the Lord a little bit and laugh a little bit. All right, guys. Like, click, share, comment. Don't text me. Put it right there in the comments. Simp7 out.